Well, folks, shucks, I don't even know what day it is. It's April 5th, and I came out here this morning super foggy. Couldn't even see my way down the highway, and we made it finally out here. I left at 4:45 this morning. Wanted to leave a little bit earlier, but we got out here in time, and I got into a spot where I used to always hunt, and I've hunted down over here, but I haven't hunted as much this way, and I thought that some birds would be roosting up over this way. Well, I got in, and the birds must have changed roost. I mean, they've been roosting over here for years religiously, flying down in the mornings, making it nice and easy. They switched it up this morning. So I was calling a little bit. I heard a couple gobblers way up over there, but nothing close and nothing that it sounded like there were a bunch of turkey. So here I am calling, just sitting here. And probably around 7 some, the camera will tell me what time later, but it was a while after. And sunrise this morning was mid 7-ish. So here I am, and all of a sudden I see all these birds funneling out straight in front of me, way out of the hills where I don't normally see them come out. And I counted at least 23, and they are funneling out. There's a lot of toms and hens, and they came out here right in front of me, and they're all strutting and dancing and whatnot. And the big toms were staying off a little bit. And then I had a jake and a hen come right in here, right up close. I had my decoys out at 5-6 yards, and they came right in, full strut on the jake. I had the bullhead on. I wanted to try and get my first bullhead kill, because every time I try it, I get screwed up. I have the window completely open too. I had both of these open at the time. Draw back, I shoot right to the left. We can probably check out in the video right here what I missed. Well, they didn't do anything, so I slowly reached over, grabbed another arrow, clicked it in, drew back, stuck him. He ran off, and he ended up joining that group, and all these big toms went over and beat him up. Bam, bam, bam. They were sitting on top of him, beating him up for 10 minutes. And then all of a sudden, all the birds started funneling away. And I saw my bird jump, and run into a little tree line. I go, ah, crap. I thought the toms helped finish it off, but obviously they didn't. Well, here in Nebraska, we get 3 turkey in the spring, so still had 2 more permits. I'm calling. The big toms don't really want to come over, but in a matter of 10, 15, 20 minutes of calling back and forth. Oh, there's deer over here right now. I've got 2 jakes and a couple hens come funneling in. Meanwhile, there's a submissive white ghosted turkey, big old tom, drumming behind me right here. And I can see him through the window. He's 5 yards. He just doesn't want to come out front. So he's coming behind my blind, and I thought he'd be an awesome one to shoot. But I never had the chance. He never came out. So 2 jakes came in right here, and they were lined up perfectly. I could almost shot them both, but that's not too ethical. So what I did, I waited for the other one to pass, stuck him. He ran and piled up pretty quick. The other one got out of there, and then they left. That was that story. Well, I still had birds picking around, and I had a bunch of deer over here like I do right now, 100 yards away. They don't even spook right now. I was still wondering about that one bird, so I gave it a long time. I gave it at least an hour. I had a couple toms picking over here. They wouldn't come in, because would have been awesome if I tripled up, but that's all right. Had a couple toms over here. Finally, they phased away. And I looked out here, and the coast is clear. So I went and I found my arrows, got all my arrows, got my decoys, put them in my blind, got my bird, put it in the blind, because I was leaving, and I didn't want a coyote to come up and grab him. Then I went and searched that tree line, and I snuck in there, and I was looking real close, and I saw that bird just hunkered over, just sitting in there, but his eyes were open, so his head was up, his eyes were open. And I came around, I got a little bit better vantage point. I was at 8-9 yards, and I stuck him, finished him off, grabbed him, brought him down here, and as you can see, we've got 2 jakes. I didn't really check out the beards yet. This one's got a little beard, probably 4 inches. This one's beard is a little bit longer, kind of curly. That beard is probably 5 inches, but the new Mathews VERTIX came out 2019. It is 2019. We got it done. I missed a bird earlier this season. Felt kind of bad. Felt like I had bad juju with my bow. But we got it done. We got 2 jakes this morning. I would rather kill a jake any day of the week, just because the meat is just so much more tender. Those big old toms have big, tough meat, and it's kind of crappy. So, here we go. That's the day.